As many of you know, hundreds of animals were displaced by the devastating fires.
And so many people have come together at Pasadena Humane Society. Hundreds of our four-legged friends are there. Kevin McManus from Pasadena Humane is joining us now with an update. Kevin, it's great to see you.
Oh, it's so great to be here. Thanks for having me.
And thank you for all the work you're doing for the animals in our community. We spoke to you last weekend. You guys at that point had taken in about 450 animals. We understand now you've taken in nearly 800, and this time you're starting to have some good news to share with us. The reunions we've been seeing on your social media pages are just so heartwarming.
Yeah, it's, I think, finally the time when we can really start celebrating those small victories, like when folks who've had to evacuate are able to go back home. And so that the family members that they've entrusted the care of to us get to be reunited. And then we've also had some really incredible, resilient stories about stray animals who were left behind or their families couldn't find them or get to them, and we're reconnecting them at the shelter. It's been a really rewarding week for us. And on top of the fact that we've got teams out in the field, like actively not finding animals and also helping to care for some of those animals who are just there in place. We have a number of flocks of chickens and that kind of thing that our animal control officers, because of the access they now have, can get up to those areas and make sure they have food and water.
Absolutely. Kevin, we were chatting during the break. We think that Pasadena Humane, you guys are doing God's work, basically. But tell us about some of the other organizations that are helping recover and care for these animals.
Yeah, well, we're working collaboratively for the Eaton Fire area with LA County Animal Care and Control, who has just been a fantastic partner, and they're really leading the charge. But we've really relied on a lot of outside expertise from organizations who have done this for a long time. San Diego Humane has sent a strike team of fire-trained animal control officers. There's an organization called the North Valley Animal Rescue Group. They're based in Chico. So they have a ton of experience, obviously, with, in the wake of the Camp Fire, where they helped, save so many animals. And that's a lot of volunteers who go through this whole process of being trained so they can help rescue animals from fires. And of course, we also, tons of other help from the ASPCA and American Humane. It's really heartwarming and a tale of really how groups can come together in times like this and really make things happen.
Absolutely. Another thing we were talking about last week, and of course, is how to support you guys. So many people want to do that. You guys at that point had received so many physical donations that you said, listen, we don't need any more of those, but you can always send monetary donations. I know people have been doing that, sending them to Pasadena Humane. Actually, the yoga studio I go to is collecting at some of the classes I've been attending. Tell us how that money is helping.
Well, and we, as we see more and more, film, especially from you guys, honestly, that of just the street after street after street of our area of Altadena, Pasadena, homes reduced to rubble. And we know that some of those pets, those family members, are entrusted to us to care for. And we've committed, right from the get-go, that we're going to hold on to those pets until people can get back on their feet. And it's a lot of people who need that help. So we're still caring for 200 plus, 400 animals in the shelter, honestly, at this point, many of whom we suspect don't have a home to go home to or go back to. So we're going to be taking care of them for a long time. So I think that's primarily, if you can help us to help these animals and help their families, that's really I think the primary force. But of course, it also allows us to buy special food for the exotic pets we've taken in, and a lot of the vet care that for the animals that have come in and injured, rather. It helps us to offset the cost of that greatly.
Absolutely, Kevin. We have to remember that the volunteers are doing this, on their own time, but you guys need the money to help sustain the animals' care. Kevin McManus from Pasadena Humane, thank you so much.